Rachel Wolf with Club Pilates Valrico. We can't wait to see you guys again soon. Today I have a center and balance class prepared for you. So you just need a strap. I have a strap here, but you guys can use a belt, you can use a scarf, any of those things will work. Or a long towel, you can even use one of those. I also have a yoga block. If you don't have a block, you can use a book. All right, so we will get started lying on your backs. And we'll bring the feet in parallel, pressing down alongside the hips. Drawing that tailbone to the pubic bone as you inhale, curl the hips up one vertebra at a time, lengthening the tailbone to the backs of the knees. Pull the ribs in, finding that long lengthened spine, and we roll down. Exhale one bone at a time. And inhale, articulating up through the spine, rolling down one bone at a time. And slow curl down. Staying with the breath, inhale, lengthening up. And exhale, rolling it down. And now we're gonna add those arms. So inhale, lengthening up. And as you lower down, we're reaching those arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, curl up. And exhale, releasing down, reaching out of those fingertips. And if it's okay on your shoulders, maybe you'll take those arms all the way up overhead. Staying with that breath, articulating through the spine. Now let's bring those hands back down alongside the hips. We're lifting the hips up, curling up to the top. Now we're just going to drop that right hip down. And we're rolling down on the right side, one bone at a time. Inhale, curling up on the right side. We're going to stay on that right side. Roll down one bone at a time. And curl it up. Rolling down one bone at a time. And lift. And release it down and curl it up. Then we shift over to the left side. So dropping that left hip down, more weight into that left foot. We curl down one bone at a time, left side. Inhale, curl up left. And we roll down left. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, roll down left. Inhale, curl up. And last one, roll it down left. And curl it up. And back through center, rolling down evenly one bone at a time. Now we're going to grab that belt or strap, loop it around the ball of your right foot, extend that right leg up to the ceiling. If you have back issues, you can keep that left knee bent with the foot on the floor. Otherwise, you can straighten that left leg. We're using that strap to pull the right toes down towards the face, keeping that right hip grounded into the floor. Slowly lengthen that leg away from you. And you want to move your hands down on that strap so you can get a longer length in that strap here. And exhale, lifting. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep those ribs drawing in, engaging into the core. Foot stays flexed. Right hip stays rooted onto the mat. Good, and last two. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lowering. Last one. We hold it up to the top. Now we're taking the right leg across the body, open it out to the side. As you take it across the body, you can switch hands and get a little bit more range of motion. We want to stay rooted through that left hip. So we're opening the right leg out to the side and crossing the body. Deepening the breath, keeping that right foot flexed. Left hip stays pressed heavy into the mat. And we're gonna take that right leg over to the left and just hold that stretch there. Deep breaths. Inhaling in through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Deep breaths. Inhaling in through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Keeping that right hip rooted onto the mat. And let's allow that right leg to come all the way over to the floor. Now, if this is too much of a twist on your back, you can bend both knees and stack them on top of one another. Or even bending that bottom knee will help alleviate the intensity of that stretch. Now, use your obliques, use the sides of your waist, pulling the navel up towards the ribs to bring that leg back to center. And we hold it here in center, right hip rooted down, flexing the right foot. Deep breaths. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. We're going to take that right leg and open it out to the side. But I'm going to show you guys a way to do this with your block or your book to support that hip so it's not too intense. So you're going to place that block or book alongside your right hip. You could also use a pillow for this one. And you're opening that right leg out to the side. So we're stretching that right inner thigh. And deep breaths, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out. Good, and we come back to center, and you can set that block or book off to the side. And now we're just going to circle that right leg. So we'll keep the foot flexed. And not big circles. We want these circles to be small. So we're grounding both hips down evenly into the mat. Exhaling at the top. Inhale, circling around. Try to keep the hips as still and as quiet as possible. Engaging the core. Remember, you can always keep that left knee bent. And this allows you to root down more into that right foot. And we reverse direction. Steadying through those hips, deep breaths. Good, and last one. We change sides. Left foot flexed. You can keep that right foot on the floor or allow that leg to straighten. We lower the leg down, exhale, lift. You can move those hands to the bottom of the strap. I like to move the strap over my hands so I get a better grip. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Keep the feet flexed. Both feet, even that right foot on the floor stays flexed. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Left hip anchor down into the mat. Deep breaths. Feel those lower abs zipping up. And last one, we bring it up to center. Now we take the leg across the body and open it out to the left side. Across the body, keeping that leg straight. So we're switching that strap in between the hands. And you want to try to keep that right hip down as still as possible. So we're using a lot of obliques here. The sides of the waist firming in. Deep deep breaths. Feeling that nice stretch in the inner thigh and IT band. And we're just gonna hold that leg over to the right, keeping that left hip anchored down. Left foot stays flexed. And breathing deep breaths here. And we bring that leg back to center. Holding that stretch here, left hip heavy into the mat, left foot flexed, and breathe. And now we're going to take that block or book and prop it against that left hip. Opening that left hip, that left leg out to the side. Deep breaths, inhaling in through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Keeping that left foot active. And also driving that right heel down into the mat. And we bring that left leg back to center. You can set your block off to the side. Little circles with the left leg. Keeping those hips as still as possible. So we're anchoring down into the hips. And then we're lengthening out of that left heel. Squeezing the left quadricep and reverse direction. So if you're really tight, your leg might be here doing your circles. That's okay. We just want to find as much length in the leg as we can. Good, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we set that strap off to the side. Drawing those knees into the chest, take the hands onto the kneecaps. And we push those legs away, opening those knees out, circling both legs this time. Grounding both hips down evenly into the mat. And just feeling those femur bones rolling within the hip sockets, keeping just a little space under that low back. Inhale, circling around, exhale at the top. And we reverse direction. Side. So you're going to take that strap around the ball of the left foot. Right leg is straight. Open that left arm out to the side. And we guide the leg all the way across the body. And if this is too intense, you can bend that bottom knee, and you can always bend the top knee so they stack on top of one another. Otherwise, keep that leg straight. Breathing here. Turning that gaze to the left palm to get a little added stretch on the neck. And we come back to center, releasing that strap to the floor, bending both knees, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, pressing that right thigh away. We interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, pull shoulders down as best as you can. And we switch sides, crossing that left ankle over the right thigh. Press the left thigh away. You can stay here, or if you want to take it a step further, we interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Pull it in. Use the left elbow to press the left thigh away. And breathing. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out. Good. And we release that stretch. And coming all the way up. All right, now we're going to grab our block or your book, placing it onto the mat. And we're going to take your block or your book, we place it onto the mat, stepping that right foot onto the block, bring the hands onto the hips. And we're just going to dip that left hip down towards the floor and lift back up. So those hips are even across. We dip the foot down and lift. And dip and lift. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears. Deepening through the breath. Challenging that balance here. That foot can touch the floor, and then we're picking it right back up. Good, and last one. All right, we're gonna hold it here. See if you can lift that leg up. You can bend the knee if you need to. And maybe you'll try to straighten that leg. Maybe you reach those arms into goalpost arms. Squeezing the shoulder blades. And we slowly take the leg back behind you and bring it forwards. And slowly bring the leg back behind and bring it forwards. Deepening the breath, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out. And last one. And we're coming back down. All right, we switch sides. Taking the foot, that left foot onto the block, hands onto the hips. We straighten that standing leg as we dip the right hip down and lift. Good, keeping those hips firmed in. Balance gets a little shaky here. Keeping those shoulder blades drawing down the back. Good, and we hold it here. See if you can bring that leg into standing tabletop. Maybe straighten the leg. Take those arms into goalpost arms. We sweep the leg back behind and lift. Keep lengthening out of the top of the head. Staying with the breath. And last one. Releasing that leg down to the floor. All right, set that block off to the side. We step to the back of the mat, bringing those feet in parallel. Inhale, arms out and up. Rounding the spine, articulating down. Good, and C curve rolling up one bone at a time to stand. Bending the elbows back into those cactus arms, lifting the chest up, finding just a little back bend in the upper back. Push the pelvis forward so we keep the lower back lengthening long. And arms rise up, exhale, round, soften the knees. Inhale, we rise up, bend elbows, lift the chest. And arms come forward, exhale, rounding. Inhale, curling up. Bending the elbows, chest lifts. Arms rise up, exhale, rounding the spine. Good, and this time we're going to walk those hands out on the mat, dropping down onto hands and knees. We go into cat and cow. Exhale, rounding the spine. Shoulders stack over wrist, knees under hips. Inhale, lengthening the chest forwards. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding, pressing the shoulder blades up. Spread them wide. Inhale, lengthen forwards. Good, deep breaths. And last two. Last one, and we come back to center. Reach that right arm forwards in front of you. Left leg back behind you. Placing that right hand and left knee back to the floor. Left arm, right leg, and we return back to the floor. Inhale, lifting opposite arm, opposite leg, and return to the floor. Lengthening long through the limbs, keeping those outer hips firming in, sit bones drawing together. And last one, each side. Now we're going to take that right arm in front of us, left leg back behind us. Place the left toes onto the floor. Roll the left heel to the right. We return the right hand to the floor. Left arm reaches up. So now you're in a side plank variation. We lift the left leg up. So you're challenging that balance. You're flexing the foot. Elongate out of the top of the head, grounding down into the right toenails. And we lower, exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Keep pressing the right foot down into the floor. Good, and last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Keep that leg lifted. See if you can reach back with your right hand. Bend the knee, grab a hold of the foot. If you can't grab the foot, this is the same thing. Just reach for it, okay? If you have a hold of the foot, you're going to push the foot into the hand, rolling that shoulder back to get a nice stretch across the right shoulder. Deep breaths. Good, and we release that foot, reach the arm forwards, returning the hand and knee down. We extend that right foot back, toes to the mat. Send the heel to the left, leaning onto that left hand. Right arm lifts up. Lean into your left hand, lifting that right leg. And we lift and lower. Deep breaths. Lift and lower, lengthening out of the top of the head. And last one, we hold it here, returning the right hand to the mat. Bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, catch the foot, pressing the foot into the hand to lift up, holding here. Wide as the mat. Come into a child's pose, rest hips to the heels, stretch the arms forwards, and breathe.
and back up to stand, concentrating on that balance again. So now we're going to take those arms in front. We lift the right leg up to a standing tabletop, lower it down, and left leg lifts, standing tabletop, lower it down. So we're just focusing on standing on one leg at a time, firming those outer hips in. Continue lengthening out of the top of the head, squeezing the sit bones together. Now we're going to lift that right leg up, hold it here. Maybe reach the arms up. And see if you can lift up on that left heel and drop it down. And we lift and drop. This is really hard. Just do the best you can. If you fall out, just come back. Get right back into it. And last one. Whew. And we set that foot down. All right, second side. We lift up into that right leg. Reach the arms up. We lift the left heel and drop. Lift and drop. Firming those outer hips in. Really challenging here. Good. And last one. Nice job. And you release it down. Now we're going to take it to the back of the mat, lifting both heels up. Reach those arms up. We're going to walk it to the other side of the mat on those tippy toes. We turn around and we walk it back the other way. Stay lifted on those tippy toes. Lengthening nice and long through the entire body. And breathing. Good. And one more. We walk to the back of the mat. And pause. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up. Exhale, rounding the spine, curling down. Walk those hands forwards, finding plank. Drop your knees down. We lie all the way down onto the belly. Bring the thumbs in alignment with your chest. Squeeze those elbows in. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, we lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep lengthening through the toes. Deepening the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And last 3, 2, and 1. Now grab that strap or belt, and you're going to take it behind your back. You can fold it in half, rolling the shoulders back, lift the arms up. We want to get those shoulders onto the back, which is why we're using that belt. Lift the arms up. If it's okay on your lower back, lift your legs up, point through your toes. Lengthen forwards through the chest, back through the feet. Deep breaths here. Now we take those feet open, click those heels together. Open, click, open, click, open, squeeze, open, squeeze, open, squeeze, open, squeeze. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, flutter kicks. Deep breaths. Keep those shoulders rolling back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming all the way down, setting that strap off to the side. Pressing up onto hands and knees. Child's pose, hips to the heels. Stretch the arms forwards. Deep breaths. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. Now we're going to bring it to sideline. So you're going to lie on your right side, bringing that forearm down onto the mat, knees together, feet are touching. Lift that arm up to the ceiling. We're lifting the hips up, drop the hips down. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Good, and last one, keep that energy lengthening up, lift it up and hold. Now you can stay here, or maybe lift that top leg up, increasing the balance challenge. Good, point the top toes and circle that leg. If you need to modify, you can just drop the hip down. Good, and we reverse. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. Good, we come all the way up, taking the left hand to the outside of the shins, right arm sweeps up and over. Deep breaths. And coming back to center. And we're switching to the other side. So knees are bent, lying down onto that left forearm. Stretching the right arm up to the ceiling. We lift the hips up and lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Leaning the shoulders back. Last 2. Last one, we hold it up. You can stay here, or maybe extending that top leg, little circles. Keeping the stack of the hips, challenging the balance. Point the toes, lengthen that leg long, and reverse. Breathe. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning that foot, drop the hips. We come up for our counter stretch, keeping that right shoulder pulled down away from the ear. Good, and coming back to center. Take those legs out in front of you. Point your toes. Feet as wide as the mat. We sit up nice and tall. Lengthen those arms out to the sides. We twist to the right. 1, 2, center to the left. 1, 2, center to the right. 1, 2, center to the left. 1, 2, center. Keep lengthening out of the top of your head. Body stays long. Breathe. Exhale, exhale, center. Inhale, center. Exhale, exhale, inhale, center. And we twist to the right, going into our saw. Flex your feet this time. Lengthen that left little finger past the right little toe. 1, 2, lift. We twist, reach. 1, 2, lift. And reach, twist. 1, 2, lift. And twist. 1, 2, lift. And twist. Breathe. Get long. So each time you're lengthening, it's not a bounce. It's a pulse. We're getting longer each time. Elongating the chest away from the hips. Good. And coming back to center, reach those arms up. Exhale, forward, fold over those legs. It's not about getting your head down to your knees, but we want to find length in your spine. Another trick you guys can use is taking that belt, loop it around the balls of the feet to pull the toes towards you so you can fold in just a little deeper. Finding length through that spine, lengthening the chest to the toes, back of the neck stays long, deep breaths. Slowly coming all the way up to center. And now you guys are going to face forwards. So we cross that left shin in front of the right. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, forward, folding over the shins, dropping the head down. Deep breaths. Keeping that spine long once again. And lengthen to slowly come all the way up. And we switch, so the other shin is in front. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, hinging from the hips to full deep breaths. And inhale, lifting all the way up and releasing the arms down. And there you have it. There is your center and balance class from Club Pilates Valrico. Thank you guys. Have a great day.